Can celebrities influence our perceptions of politicians, or are they just voicing their opinions like the rest of us? Over the years, we've had a series of governments that come and go. Most times, we're okay with their styles of ruling, other times we're not. These celebrities are unafraid to speak their minds regarding the 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump. From tweets to public feuds, here are 10 celebrities who do not fawn over Donald Trump.
Why not? It wouldn't be the first time you pushed a black family out of their home.
Number 10. Snoop Dogg. To a lot of people, Snoop Dogg has been a legend. To others like Donald Trump, well, not so much. So what is it about Donald Trump that just gives Snoop the ick? In 2011, Dear Donald Trump had planned to run for president when Snoop Dogg said something pretty bashful in an attempt at making comedy to throw jabs at him at the Comedy Central roast of Donald Trump. It wouldn't be the first time you've pushed a black family out of their home, Snoop said. What were the repercussions of that statement? Donald may have lost that election. Did that make him stop? In 2017, Snoop again bashed him in the music video for Lavender, a track originally by the Canadian group Bad Bad Not Good. The video, set in an alternate reality, features Snoop Dogg using a toy rifle and aiming it at a fake Trump. However, that is not all. It also includes a clown Trump parody named Ronald Clump, who appears on TV and announces the deportation of all dogs. In 2014, Donald Trump earned potential redemption from Snoop Dogg when he granted Michael Harris a commutation to end his capital punishment and prison time. Harris co-founded the Row Records, and Snoop Dogg spent time alongside activist Alice Johnson and producer Weldon Angelos to bring freedom to Michael Harris. After that moment of pardoning, Snoop developed increased respect for Donald Trump, which he later expressed in his January 2024 Sunday Times interview. Did he suddenly become soft towards Trump because he found favor in his sight? Well, that's a question we do not quite have an answer to. Are there other celebrities who have severed their ties with Donald Trump? Lisa Lampanelli might just have an answer to that.
You've disappointed more women than Sex and the City 2.
Number 9. Lisa Lampanelli. You know who they are talking about when you hear the Queen of Mean. Lisa Lampanelli has been the queen of making mean jokes for a while. The first time she roasted Donald Trump was in 2004, and it never got televised. The joke stated that after a disastrous night with Trump, she got over the fact that she was a Jewish nun who later converted to Catholicism after meeting him. In short, her jokes were sharp, including one about Trump's ego. He made me wear a mirror on my stomach, so he'd have something to pleasure himself with. Now, here's a plot twist. According to Lampanelli, she agrees with David Letterman that Trump was quite a good sport before he got into politics. Well, amid his re-roasting in 2011, she made public declarations of never watching news broadcasts after he became president. According to statements she has made publicly, she possesses an utter detestation for him, and this hatred penetrates her entire being. Did you think that was a little too harsh? Wait till you see why Robert De Niro detests Trump.
I love this city. I don't want to destroy it. Donald Trump wants to destroy not only the city, but the country, and eventually he could destroy the world.
Number 8. Robert De Niro. In a recent interview, Robert De Niro called out Donald Trump with 2 derogatory terms. Yes, you heard that right. It must have taken a lot of nerve to do so, but De Niro has never been a fan of Trump, and he does not hide it. The Hollywood legend, in an interview, labeled Donald Trump as a racist and a white supremacist. According to De Niro, his main concern lies in the possibility that other future leaders might emulate Trump's distinctive method of governance. Do you think there's a little truth lurking around the corners? What's your take on De Niro's opinion? Next on our list is Meryl Streep.
It was that moment when the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter, someone he outranked in privilege, power, and the capacity to fight back.
Number 7. Meryl Streep. Talk about drama. During the Golden Globes, Meryl Streep said harsh words against Donald Trump, prompting him to retaliate through Twitter. At the Golden Globes, she criticized his treatment of a disabled reporter, which resulted in his counterattack by saying she was overrated. It might be safe to tag this one as a celebrity smackdown. During her speech, Streep emphasized the need for people to relate empathetically with others and take on what is right and what is wrong. What's your view regarding this entire situation? And what's it with the hatred against Donald Trump anyways? Is it like a time machine about to go off or something?
President Trump is a failed leader. He will go down in history as the worst president ever.
Number 6. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Donald Trump's presidency certainly has left an impression on many Americans, but unfortunately not all of them are good. The Terminator himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger, endorsed Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election, saying he wants to move forward as a country and finally break free from Trump politics. Schwarzenegger is not the only Republican who has rejected Trump. However, there's been so much criticism of his handling of the economy, his response to the country's coronavirus pandemic, and other aspects of his leadership style. So, is all this hatred deserved, or is it just a case of Trump derangement syndrome?
More importantly, you shouldn't be hate-watching me on PBS, you should be hate-watching me on CBS. Daddy wants the views.
Number 5. Stephen Colbert. Well, the feud between Donald Trump and Stephen Colbert got even juicier. But what fueled it? Trump referred to Colbert as a complete and total loser who's not funny and very boring. And Colbert did not hesitate to fire back. In his reply, he exclaimed that Trump's supposed hate-watching him on PBS is flattering, and that he should be doing his hate-watching on CBS. However, he did not stop there. In a clever shade, Colbert also noted that the boring insult was likely directed at him, too, after he had previously said that he would not have Trump back on his show because he is kind of boring. So, do you think Trump got out roasted? Next on our list is Megyn Kelly.
Really? Well, so Donald Trump did not feel the same.
Yeah, no, he did not. No, he did not agree with that.
So it changed a little.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I can no longer go on Twitter.
Number 4. Megyn Kelly. There's drama between Donald Trump and Megyn Kelly from when she asked Trump about his creative insults against women during the 2015 Republican presidential debate. Things went from bad to worse on Twitter, with Trump firing back. Does anyone remember Trump's infamous "blood coming out of her eyes, blood coming out of her wherever" statement? Yeah, that happened. Tension bubbled over again after a one-on-one interview in May, when Newt Gingrich accused Kelly of having a fascination with intercourse. Then, she replied that she's all about protecting women and understanding Trump's behavior. Are these two ever going to bury hatchets, or would they have to go in the ring to prove themselves?
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump. That's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen because we're not going to be used. Fear is not going to be something that we're going to, that's going to be what drives our country. We're not going to be scared of Muslims or immigrants or, women.
Number 3. George Clooney. Next on our list is George Clooney. For one, you cannot boldly call George a failed actor. Take a look at his previous successes from Ocean's 11 and Syriana. However, Trump thinks otherwise. And here's why. In his New York Times essay, George Clooney implored President Biden to end his presidential campaign. Trump responded through counterattacks, naming Clooney a fake movie actor who has never created a successful film. Well, George made his response clear by saying he would stop giving his takes on politics and even quit entirely, only if Trump would. Did Donald Trump reply? In a Twitter post, Trump declared his disdain for Taylor Swift by stating, "I hate Taylor Swift," when she endorsed Kamala Harris.
The last time I was here, I had a president who had just given me a National Medal of the Arts thing, which we argued over.
Yeah.
And now we've got a president who blocked me on Twitter. Except the court says he can't block anybody. So my question is, do I really want to follow that guy? I don't think so.
Number 2. Stephen King. While others see their president as their direct representative, Stephen King thinks otherwise. In his assessment during an interview, King described Trump as a horrible president, along with being a horrible person who allegedly operates with sociopathic traits while performing illegal business operations. According to King, Trump's efforts to dismantle American democracy represented nothing more than losing grace. What's more, the president somehow blocked Stephen King on Twitter. Phew, that is quite a lot for just one person, don't you think? Let's get down to number 1 for today.
Donald Trump has been mad at you for a very long time.
Over a decade.
Over a decade.
Yes.
And did it sort of start? It started from The View, yes?
The View.
Yeah. And it's been really, we've sort of made the joke on the show that he's flip-flopped on everything except you.
It's actually very true.
Number 1. Rosie O'Donnell. The feud between Donald Trump and Rosie O'Donnell is just one for the ages. It all started on The View in 2006, and it has been a wild ride ever since. Trump seemingly attacked O'Donnell for over a decade. You heard right, and even dragged her name into 2 presidential debates. However, O'Donnell didn't hold back. She retorted by calling Trump a con man and lashed at the way he treated treated women. She did not stop there. She went on to say Trump's parents didn't like him and sent him away to military school. Well, it has also been alleged that O'Donnell was one of the first people to warn about Trump's misogyny back in the early 2000s. No wonder she is so outspoken about her dislike for him. Now that you know that celebrities hate Trump, would you count yourself somewhere among them or just on a neutral ground between these celebrities? Drop your thoughts in the comments and join us next time for more fascinating facts. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You can also watch the other videos on your screen now.